Hi friends, welcome back to channel SciTech. In today's to do the Geek Benchmark 5 test scores comparison between the Realme X1 Max versus Poco X3 Pro device. So just yesterday only I did receive the update in the Poco X3 Pro, and a lot of users, they are really interested to know how is the Geek Benchmark scores in the Poco X3 Pro compared with the Realme X1 Max device. The Realme X1 Max has got the Dimensity 1200 chipset, and Poco X3 Pro has got the Snapdragon 860 chipset. So let me need to start the GeekBench 5, and first let me need to clean everything from the background. So all the apps are completely clean from the background. As you can see, means exactly there's no apps running at this moment in the background. As you can see clearly, no apps are running. So while doing the Geek Benchmark test in the Realme X1 Max, if you use high performance mode, you'll get the different results. If you don't use high performance mode, you'll get the different results. So if you want the maximum out of this processor, which is the Dimensity 1200, you need to use the high performance mode. In the Poco X3 Pro device, there is no such option to increase the clock speeds. So let's see how much score difference we can actually get Realme X1 Max versus Poco X3 Pro device. So let's start the test at same time, and before that you should know the clock speeds. So 4 cores at 1.79 GHz and 3 cores at 2.42, and 1 core is at maximum 2.96. And you can see 3 GHz we can reach the maximum, and 4 cores is at 2 GHz and 3 cores is at 2.60 GHz. You can see the difference, friends. Slightly higher gigahertz speeds in the Realme X1 Max device. If you compare side by side, you can clearly see the difference how much it is. Let's start the Geek Benchmark 5 comparison between both phones at same time. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, friends, how much difference can it be there between both devices. So it took some time for the Poco X3 Pro to start the Geek Benchmark 5 when compared with the Realme X1 Max. Let's see how much scores we can actually expect during this processor demonstration. So this is going to be really interesting, friends. So I just want to look at the single core and the multi-core differences. So I did boost up the clock speeds in the Realme X1 Max to the maximum. So if there is any other way to boost up, definitely I would have done in the Poco X3 Pro, but there is no other way. But let's see what happens now. So again, I'll be back after some time of continuously running this Geek Benchmark 5 results. As you can see, friends, right now the results are slightly faster in the Realme X1 Max. It was able to close to, I think, 93%, and the Poco X3 Pro is around 86%. Let's see how much the single core difference will it be there. Right now the Realme X1 Max was able to finish the results. It's kind of uploading the results. Let's see how much time it actually takes. So finally, friends, we got the Geek Benchmark 5 score comparison between both phones. You can clearly see the single core difference, how much it is. So there's a huge difference with the single core. But when it comes to the multi-core, slightly I'm saying less scores than the Poco X3 Pro. So let's try to compare the previous history, what is happening with the Realme X1 Max. How much the previous history says about the multi-core, how much I got in the history. As you can see, I did do the multiple times the Geek Benchmark 5 test. So I'll try to exactly show you what is happening in the Realme X1 Max. And I did use the high performance mode as well, as you can see exactly. And after this 6th August, I was unable to get above 3000. I'm not sure why. So I did try to use high performance mode. I did clear everything from the process manager, and even I did turn on the external run capabilities and everything I did do, but still I was unable to get that kind of high scores above 3000. And even today also I did reach only close to 2006 or 2637. As you can see, I did do the multiple times testing at the confirmation on the 7th September. You can clearly see the difference. There's nothing as difference much has happened. But whereas in the Poco X3 Pro, I was able to get less single core but more multi-core. You can see what is happening in the Poco X3 Pro as well in terms of the benchmarks. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and in case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. So meanwhile, signing off, friends, and these are benchmark scores after the recent software update in the Poco X3 Pro device. So see you in the next video, friends. Until then, stay tuned. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.